Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, November 7th, 2024. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. All right, for crying out loud, it is November, so why is it 80 degrees outside? Get with it, Maryland weather. However, as an outlier, I'm really digging the early darkness and the early light. Anyhow, I guess we need to get into today's news, so shall we? Here's an update to a story we first brought to you yesterday. Annapolis's nearly $100 million City Dock Resiliency Project, aiming to enhance flood protection and revitalize the waterfront, is facing judicial review following concerns over potential procedural breaches. A local resident claims that the Historic Preservation Commission approval process lacked transparency and may have bypassed preservation guidelines, sparking debate over balancing development with historic integrity. The appeal was filed by the anonymous resident by local attorney Ed Hartman. The appeal says that the city had agreed to keep the appellant's name confidential, which does indicate that the city was well aware that this was coming. You can read the appeal document on eyeonannapolis.net, and we are going to be following this story as it develops. The 2024 Annie Awards will celebrate 9 influential figures in the Anne Arundel County arts scene on November 14th at Maryland Hall. This year's honorees include musicians, educators, community leaders who will all be recognized for contributions across categories like arts leadership, lifetime achievement, and it underscores the county's really rich cultural legacy. You can reserve your spot at acaac.org, and that is for Arts Council, Anne Arundel County.org. Tatte Bakery and Café is set to open up at the Annapolis Town Center on November 13th, offering a selection of Mediterranean-inspired pastries, sandwiches, and coffee. Known for its welcoming ambiance, the cafe aims to become a new staple for both locals and visitors in search of a vibrant cafe experience in Annapolis. And I'm pretty excited about this. Just 5 or 6 years ago, we were pretty much like a bakery desert. And now there seem to be a whole bunch. You've got Tatte, you've got Black Market Bakers, Bakers & Company, Sweetheart's Patisserie, one of my favorites. And I think there's probably a few others that I forgot. Here's some podcast stuff for you. Up this weekend on the Local Business Spotlight, we do chat with Ken from PCR Roofing up in Crofton. And this was really actually a very interesting one and a really cool company. And if you missed it, you do want to catch that bonus pod we dropped yesterday with John Ford Coley. And in closing, one of the best ways to keep up on the local news is the daily news recap email that goes out at 7 p.m. 366 days this year. It is free, and it is paywall free. And I'm going to put a link right here in the show notes for you to sign up. And feel free to let your friends, family, and colleagues all know about it as well. And that is a wrap for today. As always, thank you for being you, and a thank you to the sponsors for the Daily News Brief: Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, Mac Medics, and Fish for a Cure. So now you just need to sit back because we have weather from DCMD VA Weather, and Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace is here with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minutes. All that's coming right up, so hang tight.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, November 7th. More really warm temps today for the Annapolis region, and there's even a small chance for a shower or two ahead of a couple of nice days before a really good chance for a bit of rain in the PM hours on Sunday. Look for mostly cloudy skies today with a chance for a scattered rain shower or two as temps stay in the mid-70s to maybe low 80s in a couple of spots ahead of sunny skies tomorrow and Saturday with highs tomorrow around 70 degrees to close out the work and school week, with low to mid-60s Saturday to get the weekend started. From there, clouds will move back in Sunday, with temperatures staying in the low to mid-60s, and there's a very good chance for some rain showers in the afternoon and nighttime hours to close out the weekend, with sunshine and nice temps then returning to the region Monday through at least Wednesday of next week. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and X for updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Fish for a day, party for a night, all for a great cause. Don't miss Fish for a Cure's 18th annual fishing tournament and shore party, Saturday, November 9th at Safe Harbor, Annapolis. Register to fish and raise funds for the Cancer Survivorship Program at Luminous Health Anne Arundel Medical Center's Gayton and Joanne D. Cesaris Cancer Institute. All funds raised directly benefit cancer patients and their families. Register your boat or get your shore party ticket for fishforacure.org. Again, that's fishforacure.org. Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. Running now through November 17th, so you got another week or so. Be sure to check out the Maryland STEM Festival, with tons of events all over Maryland at all kinds of different locations, including schools, libraries, makerspaces, and more. At Chesapeake Light Craft in Annapolis, no classes this coming week, but keep an eye out for their upcoming Saturday seminars on topics such as Intro to Epoxy, Hands-on Finishing, Build Your Own Greenland Paddles, and Small Boat Rigging. And Knits and Pieces off of Bestgate Road. Sunday, check out their Advanced Knitting Techniques with Texture Diversity. Tuesday, check out their Crochet class with Toft Animals. And registration is open for needle tasting, where you get to try out different needles for knitting. There's a stranded colorwork patterns workshop coming up, as well as a comprehensive Learn to Crochet class. At Local by Design, today, check out their Autumn Candle Making Workshop. Saturday, there's a Fused Glass Winter Trees Workshop. And Wednesday, there's a Create Your Own Corn Husk Christmas Wreath Workshop. At Art Farm in Annapolis, registration is open for their Art of Arting class, watercolor workshop for all levels, mixed media moon journaling, as well as a teen block print night, as well as more sketch nights, watercolor, Gothic terrariums, Thanksgiving centerpieces, and more. Still got some kids' art camps going. Today, there's mixed media explorations for ages 11 through 15, as well as Nature Art School for ages 6 through 8. And starting today, there's Creative Fusion, Poetry and Visual Arts for ages 9 through 12. Saturday, there's a kids' art school for ages 7 through 9. And then on Monday, there's a kids' art school for ages 4 through 5, as well as another one for ages 6 through 8. On Tuesday, there's pencil, charcoal, ink, and watercolor for ages 9 through 11. And then on Wednesday, there's mixed media art school for ages 9 through 11. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, today, Brooklyn Park has Steam and Snacks, and Glen Burnie has a Thursday night art club. Tomorrow, Edgewater has Process Art for Littles. On Saturday, Maryland City has Science Saturdays, Backbone Explorers, learning about vertebrates and invertebrates. Rivera Beach has a Lego Create Challenge. Edgewater has the Science of Native Life, with hands-on activities exploring Native American life and technology, including engineering and textile making. And then on Saturday, Severna Park has Community Service Crafternoon, making homemade cat toys to donate to Cats R Us Feline Rescue in Arnold. On Monday, Odenton has Friends in Fiber Arts, and Bush Annapolis has Little Scientists Catch the Turkey. On Tuesday, Glen Burnie has Little Artist Process Art. Severna Park has Stitchin' in the Stacks, with an afternoon and an evening edition. Severn has an open craft night, and Bush Annapolis has Mocktails and Makerspace, a craft night for adults. And then on Wednesday, Bush Annapolis has their Nature Explorers Club. Deal has Art Night, making kawaii art. Mountain Road has Paint Like Bill Reed. Then there's an online session of the Cookbook Club Mystery Ingredient Challenge. And anyone interested in woodworking, you should check out the Annapolis Woodworkers Guild. Their monthly meeting is the second Thursday of the month, which would be next Thursday. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website, also at makeannapolis.org. Whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.